Hello YouTube, this is Dallas Wolfman. Uh, Last week I purchased this Norenco model 1911A1. Bought it used. This way you see a little wear here on the barrel. Um, it's a fine weapon, one weapon that I've been uh, dreaming of owning one day. It fires 45 ACP rounds, semi-automatic handgun. One of the first things I like doing whenever I acquire anything is take it apart and put it back together. That way you understand how it works. And um, if you understand how something works, um, you know, it's just a good thing. Knowledge is power, you know. So if it breaks or if you need to do any maintenance on it, you can do it yourself as opposed to having to maybe take it to someone. So what I'm going to do is in this video, I am going to disassemble it, take it apart, field strip it, and I'll be going through some of the parts as I'm doing that. Then I'll make a second video of me putting it back together. Just because I want the videos to be separate. That way, in case you're having a problem taking it apart, you can watch the video, or if you're having a problem putting it back together, you can watch the second video. So what we have here, the first thing you have to do is right here on the front by the barrel, this silver ring, the barrel, you have the bushing, and then right below the bushing you have the recoil spring plug. What you're going to want to do is cock the hammer back. Well, first you always want to make sure you have your gun empty. So let me go ahead and take out the magazine. See, it's empty. Put it over here to the side. Make sure there's not a round chambered, and there isn't. Cycle it a few times. Leave the hammer cocked back. Put your thumb safety on, and there is a tool that you can purchase that makes it real easy. You just kind of pop, you put it on the barrel, pop it off, and it'll pop the bushing right out. But hey, you need to know how to improvise if you don't have much money to buy tools. So what I've done is I'll go ahead and take this pencil. It still has the rubber eraser on it. What you're going to want to do is take the end of the pencil, push the recoil spring plug down into the slide, and then you're going to want to turn the bushing towards the 9 o'clock position. So we'll go ahead and push it down with the end of the pencil. See? Then start to twist the bushing to the side, 9 o'clock position. You're going to want to keep your finger on the recoil spring plug because there's tension on the spring and it's going to want to kick out. So this time to the side, pull it out, set it to the side. You have your spring. You don't necessarily have to take it out right now. I usually leave it in. Compress the spring a little bit to where you can twist the bushing around to about the 4 o'clock position, and you just simply slide it out. So slide it out there. Now you have the barrel here and the recoil spring. Now, next thing you want to do is you're going to want to remove the slide. So we're going to go ahead and take the gun, take it off of safety, turn the safety off, put it down. You're going to want to push the slide back. You're going to notice here on the slide there are two notches, a large notch and a smaller notch. You're going to want to push the slide back to where the small notch matches up right here with the slide stop. Kind of arrange them to where the slide stop fits right inside that notch. Then you'll turn the gun over. This little nub on the back end of the slide stop, you'll push it down. The slide stop will come right out. From here on out, it's simple. Turn the gun upside down, grab the slide with one hand, the grip with the other, and just simply pull. And we have the handle and the assembly here. Here on this end, we have the recoil spring and the guide rod. that sits inside the recoil spring. You can just pull those out. Spring, guide rod. And you'll notice that the guide rod has this groove cut into it here that kind of sits on the barrel so it doesn't twist or turn when you're firing. So then what you simply do is you can just pick up the slide with the barrel, lift the barrel from one end and from the front, and simply slide it on out of the slide. Now you'll notice there are some grooves here on the barrel that allow it to pivot as you're firing, and these two male will be, you can insert them into the female grooves here that let it slide into place. So what you'll do is you'll just pop it in there, just press it in, and you'll feel it when it locks down into place. And you can't move the barrel anymore. Sorry about being uncentered, but yeah. So that is how you take it apart. Now you want to do this whenever you're firing. After you fire about 100 rounds or so. That way you can make sure everything is functioning. You can grease or oil the parts as need be. Now this is all for the disassembly video. I'll make another video putting it back together. But remember, frame assembly, slide, barrel, bushing, recoil spring plug, recoil spring, guide rod, slide stop, and barrel. Now, and you got this little piece which doesn't really have a name. I couldn't find a name for it. It's just a little pivot point that is on the barrel. Alright guys, have a wonderful day, and if you like this video, I'm going to go ahead and set up another video of me putting it back together.